Viewers like you make this program possible. Support your local PBS station.
In this episode of The Mind of a Chef, we head back to where April Bloomfield cut her teeth as an up-and-coming chef, London. She cooks walnut tagliatelle with her mentor, Ruth Rogers.
If you have few ingredients, every ingredient has to speak for itself.
Scotch eggs with Chef Rolly Lee.
I love the way you try and get me to do your work for you. It's not going to work.
Prepares rabbit pie with the legendary chef, Fergus Henderson.
There's something so pervy about pie.
Pervy?
And imagines what could have been if she'd followed her childhood dream of becoming a cop. Enter The Mind of a Chef.
Sometimes it's the simple stuff that really kind of blows your mind. This is the best thing I think you'll ever eat.
London, England is where, as a young chef, April Bloomfield learned how to cook, really cook. Everything you love about April and her cooking at her restaurants in New York City is, in one way or another, rooted in her experiences here in London, England.
When I got to London, I knew I wanted to progress. I didn't really want to go sightsee. I was there to do a job. I just wanted to work hard. I wanted to just work. You know, I wanted to be good at something.
I sneak in here when I'm supposed to be walking my dog
Go for a quick pint
and have a quick pint.
without the missus knowing.
They always serve very good beer.
This is delicious.
They bring a nice pail of water for the dog, and I just like it here.
Rolly Lee was my first chef, full of knowledge, very passionate guy. When I went to work for him, there was a group of people that had kind of started to change English food in London. So this was like 1987. They just elevated everything. He was one of those guys that kind of did that. You know, I grew up in pubs. Basically, my family used to have their birthdays there, or just kind of generally go out to the pub.
There's lots of sort of autobiographies of morally deprived children who were neglected by their parents because the father used to sort of take them out on the Sunday and he immediately drove to the pub.
Yeah, actually, that happened to me. What's going on? It's kind of nice that these chefs kind of come in and just redid everything.
Yeah, it's not just chefs, I think. It's, you know,
restaurateurs, maybe.
The best thing here is the Scotch egg. It's fantastic.
Well, let's get the Scotch egg.
I never come here
then.
without having a Scotch egg. Scotch egg, yeah.
Very classic English Scotch egg. It's basically an egg with sausage on the outside that's been breadcrumbed and, well, normally it was baked, but we fry it. And it's basically a breakfast in one bite.
And this is what you call the butt, yeah? Shoulder.
Yeah, this is the butt, part of the shoulder. This is salt back, which is really nice. It's basically the back fat that's been salted for a long time. So this is going to season our meat, which is cool. So that's like one less step. So we're just going to shove it in like this. I like making sausages. So I'm just going to do it once more.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, just give it an extra, like, fine kind of texture, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to have a go?
No, I'm all right, thanks. I learned a long time ago to get other people to do the work.
You can see how the fat kind of incorporates just a little bit more.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that second grind, you know? So that looks good, huh? It's nice and incorporated.
So simple, but just lovely, you know, good ingredients.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some sage that I've pounded up. It's really quite smooth.
Yeah.
Do you want to give that a little mix, or shall I?
Well, no, I think you can do that, yeah, yeah. I love the way you try and get me to do your work for you. It's not going to work.
I'm going to put some panade in it. It's just kind of equal amounts of, like, bread and milk.
Okay.
Make it nice and smooth, you know, kind of bring it together. And we'll just kind of mix that up.
But you don't want to overwork the mix, do you?
No, not really. It smells good, huh?
Lovely.
Just salty and delicious. It's going to be porky. Can't wait. I mean, it's just fun. Sausages, Scotch eggs. So about 4 ounces of sausage. You know, we worked on this so long,
Yeah.
you know, to try and perfect it and make sure that we took out all the variables that could go wrong. We just didn't.
Well, because it's very simple, but it's a technical skill. It has to be
is.
done precisely.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, I have a little boiled egg that I boiled for 7 minutes. You just drop your egg in like this, and then you just kind of keep knocking it down like this until it starts to kind of encase.
You seem to be enjoying your cooking
Yes, I
so
do.
much more these days.
Oh,
I mean, you were always totally passionate about it,
Right.
but you sometimes used to be sort of intense.
I think I used to be hard on myself.
You
You
were
know?
very hard. You were incredibly hard on
Yeah.
yourself.
I just didn't ever think I was as good as I could have been. You know, I was always trying to like push myself more to be better. And when things didn't go right or I messed up a little bit, I'd be, you know, it'd be torture for me. You know, say goodbye to the egg. Bye, egg.
Bye, yeah. Yeah,
Ta-da!
beautiful.
And then we're just going to put it in the flour,
Yeah.
egg and breadcrumb.
Yeah.
And the flour just helps the egg stick, and then the egg helps the breadcrumb stick. You know how to do this. I mean,
Well, I do, actually, yeah.
yeah. You taught me how to pane.
I might have done.
Yeah. Alrighty. That's it.
Beautiful.
Let's go fry these babies. Do you want to give 9 minutes timer on that?
I like the idea of me being the technical. Beautiful.
Aren't they amazing?
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look.
Let's see.
Beautiful.
Bad, not bad. Still a little bit moist, which is good. Want to have a little taste?
I think that's perfect.
Cheese.
Okay.
Good?
I love the sage.
Yeah, the sage is good. Very English, the sage, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Good egg.
Thanks. Thanks, chef. Oh, great.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Great. Ooh, that looks good.
That's a good yolk, isn't it?
Yeah. I love the orange on it.
So I'm inevitably comparing it with yours, huh?
This smells good. There's some kind of cinnamon in there, I think,
Yep.
right? That's
The
good. 'cause
cinnamon,
it
bit of clove, bit of nutmeg.
kind of gets your taste buds watering already.
Good crumb.
That's pretty good. That's better than mine.
I think the egg is better than yours, but I provided the eggs.
Yeah, I like this.
To be honest, I actually prefer your purer, less highly seasoned and flavoured one.
Because you can taste the pork, you mean?
Yeah. But, you know, I told you, I eat these all the time. I think they're really good. They're very, very consistent.
What I got from you, being my first chef, was you kind of created this consistency in food that really built a great foundation for me as a chef. You know, like every piece of grilled fish with lentils and salsa verde, every fish had to be cooked perfectly. Every fish
That's
had
a
to
nice
be
compliment.
marked.
But people think learning is about, you know, you do it once
And you just move on.
and you
It's
move
not.
on. But, you know, what craftsmanship is about is because you've done it 1,000 times. And you know exactly how that fish behaves. Every,
Right.
You know, and a different batch of fish is slightly different.
Right, and then you realise
And
that-
every time your fish comes in, you smell it, and
Right.
you look at it, and you prod it, and you think, right. So you've got to know it, and you know how it's going to behave on the grill. And there's nothing you couldn't put that in a manual. That's just intuitive.
It's
It's that sort of
instinctive.
empathy you have. And that's what craftsmanship is about. And
about
it's about, you know, doing it over and over again.
And I learned that from you, which was good. And for being my first full-time professional job, I mean, that was a great job to take. That was where I
It
wanted
was
to
a happy
work.
day for both of us, wasn't it?
Thank you. I was 13 years old, maybe a little bit older, 14. And my sisters started cooking school, both. My sister used to come home and she used to make tons of cakes, lots of cakes, but the trouble is these cakes all tasted the same. It was kind of weird. I think I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I wanna do something that's different. I wanted to help people too. I think I originally wanted to be a social worker. And my mum was like, no, you can't be a social worker, you'll get burnt out. So I had to go back to the drawing board. And I was into police cop shows when I was growing up, like Cagney and Lacey, Chips. I loved all that stuff. I loved the drama of it. I loved the car chases. Just thrilling, you know, catching criminals. So I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. I'm going to join the police force. So I put in my application form and I procrastinated a little bit. I missed my deadline. I was like, well, that's it. I'm like doomed. I don't know what else to do. And at that point, my sister walked in her chef whites. And I was like, maybe I'll cook. I'll cook. Why don't I do that for 2 years? And then if I still want to join the police force, then I'll reapply. So I went off to school and I loved it. I loved it. I loved putting on my uniform, got really excited about all the smells and the kitchens, and everything just looked very professional. I just lapped it up. And then I forgot about the police force for a second, you know, and then I ended up just moving to London and working. And then like 10 years later, I tried to reapply actually to the police force one more time, just to say I've tried. But I got an application for something weird like transport police, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I think that's probably at the same time that River Cafe happened. It's just the timing. It was like I was maybe always meant to do this. I have no idea. It's so weird. I'm here with my very dear friend, Fergus Henderson, in his home in Seven Dials, London. He's been living here since he's 15.
On and off.
On and off.
On and off.
But we're gonna make some rabbit pie, and you're the king of pies, I think, in London, right? You make the best pies.
Well, that's very nice you say so. Quite keen on a pie. The whole sort of pie potential. What lurks below the crust. This is a rabbit pie.
Nice fat, huh?
Have bacon. Give in.
That looks like a wild rabbit. Is that wild?
It's wild.
These ones are shot, then?
Yeah.
not-
Blissfully in ignorance of what was about to happen. Poor little bunny.
Vicious. You're fierce.
Don't mess with me. There we go. Rabbit chopped up. Let's make our pie.
Wait, shall I pop the bacon in there? Wait.
Like Motown, we'll build up our tune as we go along. Okay.
Is that olive oil, Fergus?
It's olive oil.
Yeah.
Good place to start. Then let the bacon fat blend down. Shallots, garlic.
How come you cut them in half like that?
They're sweeter, they're happier.
Right.
Right, let's pop these pieces in. Put it on the bone, we'll put it off the bone when the moment comes. Now, next step.
Pig's trotter.
A trotter weed caught in its own natural jelly. It's very good like being in the chorus, it's not the sort of star.
Floating in
Yes,
between, yeah.
Exactly.
Under the radar,
Yes.
you know.
In it goes.
Here you go, Fergus.
Oh, they're really lovely prunes.
Yeah, aren't they nice and juicy?
Amazing. Gosh, they're good prunes. Oh. For good measure, a little bundle of thyme. Essential ingredients.
Chicken stock, yeah.
So this is all happily doing its thing, getting to know each other, communing in the pan. Pop in the oven for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It should then be...
Perfect.
Yes. Good word. Good word. And we'll let it cool. Take it off the bone. Rest for a night in the fridge. It had the emotional time in the oven.
I'll help you pick it when it's all chilled, Fergus.
Ah, they all say that.
He's great at what he does. When he opened his restaurant, St. John, nobody else in England was cooking food like that. He definitely changed the way people think about offal. He's a big fan of cooking them, eating them, and just being super respectful of the whole animal.
There we go. Pie. Right, should we delve in?
Yeah, smells great.
We lift the lid. That looks happy.
That looks so good. Thank you.
There's something so pervy about pie.
Pervy?
It's a bondage nature, the containment of ingredients, a sort of dungeon. Well, only occasionally pervy thoughts come to me about pies.
I never thought about pie as pervy before, but now I'm going to go away with that in my mind. You make damn good pies, Fergus. Don't be modest now. It kind of just makes me want to go back to New York and take a piece of home. You know, I feel kind of American, but I never forgot where I've come from. So it's kind of, you know, it's a nice balance. But it's nice to be here with you.
What a joy to share pie with you.
Aw, it's great to break pie, Fergus.
Yeah, that really has a self-quotation.
I know. I love walking to work. Having that opportunity to walk from home to the River Cafe, which was probably like 30 minutes, 4 if I ambled. It was the most amazing thing because I had the best job in the world, but I also got to relax before I went to work. You know, I used to take a nice stroll and I used to get to see these amazing buildings. The Cambridge guys would be out here just kind of practicing for their race. It was just a great time, amazing time. I'm at the River Cafe, London, in Hammersmith, with the lovely, most beautiful woman ever, Ruthie Rogers. Mwah. And we're gonna make a walnut tagliatelle, which is like one of my favorite dishes. This was the first thing I made at the River Cafe, and I spent probably a week cracking wet walnuts and making this sauce.
A very arduous sauce, yeah.
And it was such a simple sauce, and the fact that it was simple blew my mind. But when I tasted it, it was like somebody had hit me on the head with a black pan, with a walnut, a very big walnut, with a black pan. And it kind of, you know, I ate it and I was like, oh my God, like what have I been doing for the last 10 years? You know, and I finally felt like I'd connected with something. And that was amazing for me to experience. So I don't know if you know that, but you saved my cooking career. I was almost this close to giving up cooking.
Giving up cooking?
And I don't want to get too emotional, but I never thought I was good enough to work here.
Oh my gosh, so you were
So I'm so happy you picked me.
Oh, we loved you. And I would say, you know, if you love them, let them go. So
Yes,
obviously,
I know.
we let you go, but and it's so incredibly exciting what you do.
Anyway,
So let's talk walnuts.
Yes, walnuts. So wet walnuts.
Wet walnuts.
They're very much more fresh and walnutty, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they're very walnutty, but they also have that kind of delicate, subtle taste. But the thing you don't want from this pasta, and the thing you want to avoid, is becoming dry. Because if you think of, you're putting a very dry ingredient, and so you need to wet it. You wet it with the milk.
Right.
You wet it with the olive oil, and you want it to kind of be smooth over the pasta.
And it kind of reminded me of like a bread sauce, an English bread sauce.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just, well, you know how to do it. Do you want to pour some milk in there?
I'll be your assistant. Nothing
Yes.
could make me happier.
So we're just gonna blanch these like that. Bring them up to the boil. The next step is peeling the walnuts, and then we can make the sauce.
All right, here
These
we go.
look good, don't they? So they're kind of finicky to peel
They are.
sometimes.
Now, I have to tell you that the chefs don't peel the walnuts.
Oh, they don't?
No, we have the waiters. They do all the prep. So
I
they're-
know.
so you
I
can
love
see them
that.
down there. You will see a lot of unhappy faces when we say we're doing walnut.
And they're all like,
And they're okay.
Why is it
This is really tough. But they learn. And when they're serving it, they can talk to the customers about it because they've helped
They've
make
done
it.
it. Yeah,
So
exactly.
everybody's involved.
Ruthie, do you mind just putting that? I strained that milk that was the walnuts were cooked
Yeah.
in.
So it's slightly stale, this bread, isn't
Yeah,
it? You
yeah.
need it to be bread stale.
So it absorbs all that lovely
Absorbs.
walnut flavour. All right, so we've got our bread, we've got our walnuts, garlic, salt, we've got some parsley.
Do you have some margarine?
I have some margarine. All right, let's get our walnuts in.
Yeah.
Now you like a little mixture, right? You like a little small, little kind of chunky. or do you
I like
little
it quite
small?
fine. to
Fine.
tell
Oh,
you
you
the
do.
truth. It's less dramatic. I'm not for the drama. I'm more for the taste.
Exactly. So now, how much bread? I forget how much.
Well, you know, I don't think you can measure. You just have to look
Just
at the
eyeball it?
proportion. I put one more in. That's
One
it.
more? Okay.
Yeah.
I like layered food.
What is layered food? I don't
Layered
know.
food, you know, like where everything's kind of blended together.
Oh, yeah.
You
Okay,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of married,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
something sitting on top of something
Yeah, yeah,
else. And you
nice.
haven't got to think about it.
Yeah.
You just like you're eating with your soul,
Yeah.
you know, instead of your like mind. And then you have this amazing experience. Is that good?
It's fine.
Yeah.
then
And
you-
now olive
then-
oil and
now
parmesan.
Yep, parmesan. Yeah, because you need to loosen it up.
Looks good.
I think that's almost enough. Go on.
That's a nice sound, isn't it? Are
Let's
we
go.
happy?
I think we are very happy, don't you?
I think a lot of people think that rustic and simple food is easy to make,
Yeah, it's
but it's not at all. I mean,
It's really thought out, really planned. There's absolutely nothing shortcut.
It takes a lot of effort to
Also,
make something.
because if you have few ingredients, every ingredient has to speak for itself. You know,
yeah.
and if you have something that isn't, then it's not hidden.
all righty,
Lovely. It's divine. Cooking together.
brings back memories.
Memories. I love you.
I love you too. I get really emotional when I have to talk about Rose and Ruthie. I just didn't ever think I was good enough, you know? So I went there. It felt like I found what I was looking for. It's the simplicity of food sometimes where you get the most joy. And I think that's why I like cooking the food that I do. I got offered this amazing opportunity to move to New York. I'd been living in London for 14 years or something. You know, I was ready. I was ready for a different experience, both cooking-wise and my life. I mean, there was a little apprehension when I was leaving because I was leaving an amazing job. And I was taking this leap of faith. When I made the decision, I went full force and just packed up, yeah, and left.
Never look back.
Never looked back. It's pretty amazing. I was so young. I was like this high.